Hi Taurus, welcome to Weekly Scopes. Actually, this week I'll be doing a bi-weekly because the following weeks will be a busy time for me and I want to keep things updated here in the channel. And so I'll be using as well the Celtic Cross reading to give you a bit of more in-depth for this time messages. And as always, keep in mind this is just a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your life experiences at the moment. If you would like a private reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So Taurus, it seems a very promising beginning of at least the first week to be very emotionally interesting, where you can go out and socialize more and be with your friends and be with your network of people, and can actually be in a celebration where you find a lot of enjoyment and a good time. But it doesn't quite matter during these weeks how much party and stimulation and good times you may have with other people. The real action and the real happiness that is going on for you is whenever you are with yourself. So it's a very interesting duality here going on, because you may feel sometimes very good, very happy, very carefree, and more just loving and giving towards others and the external aspect of your life, and then suddenly you can feel this breakdown where you just don't feel right, where you just don't feel yourself and integrated in the social aspect that may be calling from you this time. And so it's this push and this pull and back energy about either being too much inside of yourself and this need to self-reflect and being your own quest for understanding and knowledge, which is an energy that is with you for some time in this very deep need to change and transform yourself at a deeper level. And at the same time, this need to be more open to the love and and the caring that you are receiving from others at this moment, and not being excessively closed in your own universe, and as well not being too much outside of yourself. So it's a very delicate point of balance actually to get to, because we either tend to be too much in our comfort zones or too much outside of it, and it creates imbalances as necessary. And as a Taurus, usually you are more comfortable in your comfort zone and you don't tend to excess. So it can mean that the first week it's a good time here, current position, Three of Cups, good time to celebrate, good time to go out, be with your friends, be very happy with the things and grateful with life itself around you. So it's a time to promote the beginning week, the first week, to promote the sense of happiness, this sense of just enjoyment and celebration, not only because you are in an actual celebration that you can be, but because that celebration is a mirror of how amazing life is and how we should be taught to celebrate life in all its different colors and different tastes and different feelings and different events, because all of it is what creates life itself and our understanding of it at a deeper level. So what's crossing you is the King of Pentacles, which actually can be represented as you. This is the King of Earth, very cautious, very careful, very structured, very practical. And so again, you can feel sometimes a difficulty of integration in this fuzzy loving energy around you, feeling sometimes very withdrawn, very inside of yourself, with a difficulty to relax and a difficulty to get out of your shell and be more in the social sphere and more in the social scene. So the advice here is, again, is always to find a balance. Or maybe you feel that when you are in this type of atmosphere, don't feel as safe and secure of who you are, and so you feel this duality between having to compromise who you are, or having to lose your own sense of safety inside of yourself to be with others. And so if you feel and if you identify with this issue, it could be something important to keep in mind, because it seems you have been feeling much more comfortable in this process of self-discovery of yourself alone, because you have the Nine of Pentacles here, and you have death in the recent past, and the Hermit in the coming future. So a lot of energy towards yourself, self mastery, self understanding, self knowledge. This quest for um, happiness achieved at your own efforts, not because you have a relationship, not because you need a relationship to make you happy, or you need other beings to fulfill your own needs. And so you have been undergoing this process of big change, big committed change, to go in the direction of your own happiness and your own ability to be self-reliant on your power and who you are as an individual to make your life happen, especially in terms of stability and safety. And so you are very driven to keep things as they are at that level. And so this is where the imbalances can start to happen, because in the outside environment, so things out of your control in terms of reactions of other people in your life, you have the King of Swords, and you have the Five of Swords in your hopes and fears, and the outcome you have the Tower. So you may see or perceive your environment as unstable, sometimes harsh, sometimes too critical, too judgmental, or you may be dealing with people who are very judgmental of this new awakened inspiration in your own self. And you may face some type of criticism, and you are afraid to either face it, because if you face this type of behavior towards you with the new perspective gain of who you are at the soul level, you will promote some type of breaking free, of disruption, of built relationships that are not in your life in an authentic way. They were not, the foundation of these relationships were not built in a truth of your inner being, and probably of the inner being of the other person. And so when this new person arises, the new you, the real you arises, it creates some types of conflicts and tensions to test you, to validate how committed you are to this new gained sense of awareness of life, and so of real life, and what's the meaning to you to keep this commitment, to keep even when you are losing. It's a test of faith. Okay, I will take away everything that you have known until now. Take away all of the people you have known until now, all the friends you thought you had, all the love you thought you had, all the appreciation you thought you had, and tell me if you still, with all with these people out of your life, if you are assured and if you keep the commitment to follow your truth and to follow your bliss. This can also be an important theme happening, because the more difficult and harder energy going on in your cross, it's in the outside environment, it's in the relationship part. So it doesn't matter what type of relationship, but the energy is conflicted and in tension and in the need of restructuring. So the second week you may feel much more disruption, or you may feel much more in need to be alone and on yourself with the Hermit, to be much more cautious, to make this type of slow, steady step, to understand what you should do next, and how you illuminate with the light of consciousness this situation. How will you face it? How will you be able to sustain the tower, to understand the tower not as a negative event, but as a necessary, unexpected change that might happen, as something very necessary to the continuous growth process you are going through. The hermit tells you you gained a lot of knowledge, you gained a lot of wisdom with the death card in the past, you changed a lot, you committed yourself to this change, and now you're gonna find and gonna go on this solo quest of truth, of understanding yourself and the relationships in your life as a mirror working. And so what's wrong in these relationships are a reflection of something that it was not right or not honest or not real about you. And so you really need to put a lot of detachment around your feelings in your identification with the situation so you can get the clarity. It's time to get clarity about people in your life, about you and the role you play in this social circles and social situations. But the advice, the higher vibration that you can get here with this energy is the Page of Cups. So it's very interesting because it's the only water card. And the Page of Cups is about keeping your ideals, keeping your romantic vision of life, no matter how much criticized you might be, how crazy you may seem, how many judgment you will face, to keep this poet energy in you, to keep this even naive energy working in you, that things will be okay, even if they are crumbling at your feet and falling apart. This trust that everything will be okay because you believe in love, you believe in magic, you believe in unicorns, you believe in whatever you want to believe that your heart is really connected with. And so it's a good time to write it down, to express it out, to work on your inner child and bring this inner visionary into work with the hermit, which is interesting. The adult and the child, to bring them together. So to bring this ability to be very wise from the direct life experiences and lessons that you have learned so far, and to use this inner child and inner romance and this beautiful vision of life as a compass to the way you are walking towards, as a driving motion, an emotional way to guide you, to make you understand life and the challenges that you are facing in a lighter way. Because the Page of Cups with Tower will tell you that, okay, the Tower came down, the relationship ended, the situation found this unexpected turn of events, but there's something good coming out of it. There's something good coming out of it. It's like you will see the disruption happening or the change happening or the fight happening or the problem happening, and you will still understand that even that is the gateway. That is the gateway to the good stuff. That's the gateway to this fish coming out of the cup, which always represents good things, good energy, good amazing news, good opportunities, messages of love, messages of care. So maybe yes, the disruption, the change is necessary for you, again, to attract the right type of environment that matches this new gained sense of perspective, or to discriminate between who who are the people in your life that resonate and who are the people in your life that don't belong anymore, and being okay with that because you understand life with this flow of energy. So, Taurus, I wish you a great week, 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.